Well, hello, Facebook world and YouTube. This is Rachel coming at you live in Turnaround Marriage. And Scott and I just got back from a very, very, very long road trip with our family to Maine. And something happened on the way that really got me thinking about marriage and about fixing your marriage and about what it takes. And so I wanted to come on here real quick and just share the story, and hopefully it will encourage you. So I am Scott. I am Rachel. My husband, Scott, and I, we help committed Christian couples finally end the cycles of conflict, negativity, and disconnection and reclaim the love, passion, and playfulness that they once had. And it's our joy to do that and walk the journey with many Christian couples. And so what was happening, we drove from East Tennessee all the way up the East Coast, all the way to the coast of Maine. And it took us 2 days to get there and 2 days to get back. And let me tell you, my rock star husband drove most of the way. And so I sat in the passenger seat with a very, very, very uncomfortable headrest for about, I don't know, probably it was 22 hours plus 22 hours. So it was like 44 hours of being in the car, and probably 30 something of those hours I spent in the passenger seat while my husband drove through all that crazy traffic. And the headrest was so uncomfortable. Okay. I don't know if any of you have ridden in a car for that long, and all of a sudden the headrest is uncomfortable. And I remember thinking, gosh, this is so uncomfortable. I have no support. This is so awkward. Now I'm getting a kink in my neck. It just was so painful. And it was no fun at all. I rode all the way up to Maine like that. I had a kink in my neck the entire time in Maine, and it didn't matter. I still played and did all my things. But on the way back, finally, when my husband let me take a break, and well, when he let me get behind the wheel, he didn't let me, but he drove through all the crazy traffic. Well, so when I started driving, he got in the passenger seat immediately. He started noticing that the headrest was uncomfortable. And do you know what he did? He started adjusting that headrest, making adjustments. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to fix this. And so he couldn't really figure out how to get it to go up and forward on his own. So he simply turned around and asked our daughter, hey, can you help me fix this really quick? And sure enough, she helped him push it up and forward. And all of a sudden he's resting comfortably with his neck fully supported. And I thought, my word, how long on the journey I could have avoided this suffering, so to speak, and I could have just made some simple adjustments. I could have just asked for help. I could have just made this a little more comfortable so that I could enjoy the journey. But sort of in my mind, it was like, I sort of had it in my mind. Oh, we're going to be in the car for 2 days going up and 2 days coming back. It's probably going to be uncomfortable. I'm probably going to be stiff. This is probably not going to feel great. And so I had this belief that it wasn't going to be that fun. And so guess what? It wasn't that fun for me. But my husband had the belief, a very different belief, that, I can be comfortable in this and this can be enjoyable. And I just thought, how often is that true in our marriage when maybe we had these implanted beliefs from our childhood where we think marriage is just supposed to be hard, or it's just going to be uncomfortable for me. Maybe you watched your parents really struggle. Maybe you came from a broken home. Maybe your parents swept everything under the rug and they were so stoic and they didn't really talk about anything. And so in your mind, it's like, I can't really share my heart with my husband, or my wife is just going to come down on me if I really share how I feel. And maybe you have these beliefs somewhere deep down that says this journey of marriage is just supposed to be uncomfortable. It's just supposed to be hard. And instead of making those adjustments, or maybe asking for help to get things in better alignment, instead of doing that, you're just suffering through it in silence, going, this is just how it has to be. I guess this is just supposed to be hard. We can have so many beliefs and these mindsets that really keep us stuck. And guys, this is one of the biggest things that we help our clients do, is break free from these beliefs that they've held on to for so long. If your belief that marriage is some kind of a punishment, or that God is just, he's not really happy with you, and so he's got you stuck with a spouse who just doesn't care, or who just doesn't understand, or who isn't going to be there for you, or you really can't feel close and connected, or whatever the belief might be, I'm here to tell you that belief might be just holding you stuck and making you just sort of endure the journey instead of enjoy the journey. And so I'm here to tell you, guys, if you can start thinking differently about what marriage is designed to do, about what marriage is possible for you, how you can flourish, how this journey of life can actually be fun, can actually be wonderful, can actually be close and connected, or actually you can still find joy on the journey, even if your spouse never changes. What if you don't just have to put up with things? What if you don't just have to endure? What if just a few small adjustments or asking for help at the right time can just radically change things and help you to enjoy the journey? And so I'm here to tell you that that's one of the biggest things that we help our clients with, is helping them to shift how they see things, shift how they frame things. And if you can look at things differently with a new set of glasses, a new way to see the world, a new way to see what marriage is designed to do, if we can stop asking marriage to do the things that it was never designed to do, which is completely fulfill every need that you ever had, which is where you can find your fulfillment and all of your closeness and connectedness. You know, guys, marriage is a place for that, but marriage is not the end all be all. God is designed to be that end all be all for you. And he's given marriage as a gift and as a tool to help us get there on our journey with him. But it doesn't have to be where you just put up with it and you're, in pain. Maybe things could be radically different for you in your marriage, right where you're at. And so I know this is sort of a bizarre little story, but after being in the car for so long, it just really struck me. My husband was so smart to just ask for help, to just get it adjusted, to just make the journey more comfortable. And I wish I had done that for all those hours that I rode while he did the driving. And so I'm here to tell you, if you're struggling with that and you're wondering, how can I enjoy this journey? What adjustments could I make? I'm here to encourage you to go ahead and book a call. My husband will speak with you on the phone. He will give you massive clarity and compassion, and he will listen to your story, and he will help you figure out what is not working in your marriage right now. And then he'll help you to decide and to even begin to dream about what your marriage could be. What if the journey could be fun to get there? What if the journey of life and the journey of marriage didn't have to be so uncomfortable and so difficult, right? What if we could break through some of those limiting beliefs? Because honestly, the truth is that where your thoughts are and where they're going is where your life is going to follow. So if you believe in your mind that marriage is just supposed to be difficult, it's just supposed to always be a challenge, it's supposed to always just be hard, then you're just going to put up with that and allow that. And we're not saying that marriage is always going to be perfect. Of course, if you have two sinners that are married to each other, living under the same roof, there's going to be conflict. But what if it didn't have to be so hard? What if just with a few small adjustments and shifting your mindset could make all the difference in the world? So I'm here to help you with that. And I want to encourage you to go ahead and book a call with Scott. In fact, he just got an opening tomorrow. He was fully booked, but he's got an opening now. You can go to turnaroundmarriage.com/call, and you can see what time work. Maybe tomorrow will work, maybe not. He's booking up very quickly this week, and he's so wonderful. And he's been helping Christian couples for over 2 decades in a lot of different capacities. And our hope and prayer for you is that you don't just have to put up with this life until you die and until you go to heaven. Like, God has so much for you right now here, as you can glorify him even in a difficult marriage, right? And so we want to just encourage you to go to turnaroundmarriage.com/call and pick the time that we'll speak with you, that you would like to speak with him. And there's a short questionnaire. You can fill that out so he can best serve you on the call. And it might just be the best 45 minutes to an hour that you spend investing in your marriage. So I'm here to tell you, adjust that headrest, ask for help early on. Don't just put up with pain, and don't just put up with misery because you think it's supposed to be that way, because it's not. God has so many good things for you. And if your journey's been hard right now, we understand. We have been there and done that. And our heart is for you and our prayer is for you. So you can go to turnaroundmarriage.com/call. And until next time, we're wishing you and praying for you hope and health for your marriage. Have a good night.